Right. And this was actually LeBron's first championship win.
Right.
You know, after being with the Cavs year after year and carrying that team on his back and still not winning. And finally, I remember there was a whole thing leading up to it. I remember the Knicks really wanted LeBron. You know, they had a whole ad campaign. I mean, everyone wanted LeBron.
Everybody did. And he said, he did the press conference, I'm taking my talents to South Beach, and everybody was all hurt. And then they had the Heatles that next year, and then I was the year after that.
Yep. I mean, and that was the first of 4 victories that he got. But that was the first time LeBron, I feel like, you know, because there was always the argument like, yeah, LeBron, cool, but Jordan got 6 rings, LeBron got 0. You know what I mean? He's going to go down as like a Charles Barkley or an Allen Iverson who's really good but has no rings. Nah, at that point, he finally won his first ring, and I feel it kind of solidified him as a player.
Absolutely, man. And as somebody who's, like, I've known LeBron since he was in, what was he in, like sophomore year or something like that. Because I remember as a kid, like, I used to, not as a kid, but I was in the league, and he would come to Chicago to play in like an AAU tournament or something like that. And I would basically have to babysit him. Like I would get a call from Wes, Uncle Wes, Worldwide, and he'll be like, man, I got this kid coming in town. I need you to look after him, nephew. And I'm looking at it like, man, I got shit to do. This is summertime. I'm in my hometown. I could be doing this or that. But I remember getting with him, man. And I'm like, you know what? Let me go see. I remember when I first met him, like him and Maverick and Randy and Rich, all those guys were still together. And I remember they were selling throwback jerseys out of their trunk. Like they were like really trying to figure it out. And I'm just like, man, these kids are crazy. I go to the game and it's just pandemonium. I had never seen nothing like that. I'm like, man, I guess let me look and see if he could really play. And like one of the first plays of the game, he goes up to dunk, and this little kid like runs under him and he breaks his wrist. And they had to escort the kid out the gym because the gym was trying to like tear this kid apart. And I'm like, damn, so this is LeBron James, huh? So that was like my first introduction to who he was, man. And we've been cool ever since, man.